Alright, so we're doing some aluminum prep this morning. So this is raw aluminum. This is basically the motor plate for the EV project. That's what holds the motor.
It was before that.
I'm using the PPG aluminum prep. DX533. You can go online if you want to look at it. They have all the DX products. This is what you're supposed to be using before you epoxy primer. If you're not going to use etch, you're supposed to condition the metal. So if you go to PPG site, look at their DX products. It'll list all of them for the different types of substrates. We're going to be using the DX533. It says to use the Scotch-Brite pad. You mix it 1-to-1, I believe it is, with water, and it's 1 to 3 minutes, and then you towel dry it off after you rinse it with water. But you want to use a scuffy pad. Scuff it up with it, even though it's 80 gritted. What we're doing is trying to extract the all the nasty stuff that's in the aluminum. Okay. And this one flat piece. I got these two brackets that got bushings in them. Might be able to take those out. Yep. I don't know why I didn't take those out, but we'll fold those bushings and set them aside. So we don't want to have them in there for the painting process. Obviously, we want it to be nice and clean down in there. So I've got my stuff mixed up here. Should always use gloves. I don't have any gloves, so. This stuff will usually react with the aluminum right away. You'll see it turn the aluminum bright white as it's pulling all the oxidation off of it. Make sure that you get all your edges. You want to have good adhesion with aluminum, because it can be hard to get a bite on. This definitely helps you though. This process here is pretty much the safe way. You can do the same process on steel also. Like I said, if you go on and look at the DX products, you'll see them all listed there. How they work, what they do, and the different steps. We're going to go with the 503 after this. It'll turn the aluminum sort of tan to a brown color. And then we'll go with the epoxy. I don't know if I'll use epoxy or not. I do have some PPG epoxy here, so that's what they recommend. They also recommend using this before you weld aluminum, because it'll pull the oxidation out of the aluminum and give you a little cleaner weld. Although these welds look fine that he did on here. And we'll just set this piece aside. Let that fester for a minute. This piece is sort of flat. Got a little mill work on the other side. This is the inside. Yeah, make sure you get all your inside edges. This is where it wants to peel from. I did sand down in there, but make sure you hit it with a Scotch-Brite. Or you can take none of these steps and just do it however you've been doing it. But I usually start at the computer, look at the manufacturer's suggestion, and go from there. Put a little of that extra in the mill work there where I can't get down in the sand. These pieces are getting painted also, so we'll epoxy these or etch them, whatever we're going to do. Just want to get this stuff and let it sit in here. You can see the black stuff coming off that piece. I get some cheap buckets from the dollar store. Mix your solution up in. Gloves are a really good idea. This stuff's burning my hands pretty good. Alright, 1 to 3 minutes on that stuff. I'm going to go turn the hose on. I'll be right back. The hose is an oily mess. It means I'm watching car parts. So 1 to 3 minutes is what they suggest. Let that sit for a second. I don't know if I got any of that. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Got you on the camera stand so it wasn't too shaky, hopefully. I'll show you the second step. While we're giving that a minute, here's the step number 2. This is 503, DX 503. You wipe this directly on if you're going to top coat out of the jug. And you let this sit for 1 to 3 minutes. It'll turn the aluminum brown. And you put it on with a scuffy pad just like we did this. And then you're ready for your epoxy or etch, whatever you prefer to use. So let's go ahead and rinse this off, neutralize it. Get this little bracket area. Everything should be sort of not shiny when you're done. Working on the aluminum, it should dull it. Should have a dull appearance when it's done with the process. The scuff pad does speed it up. We'll go ahead and rinse this off. Good clean stream of water. Okay, we want you to towel dry this stuff, so next step is to wipe it down, let it dry, and then move on to step number 2. Which is very similar to step number 1. So I don't know if I'll repeat that for you. But you can see the aluminum has an etched appearance now. It's white. You can see where it's bit into the aluminum. It's done exactly what we wanted to. And just make sure you blot the pieces off. Towel dry them is what it suggests. Hawks are going crazy today. So there we go. Give my hands a break. See if I can find some gloves for step number 2, because it's a little more abrasive. So, all right, guys, that's it for this little video on the 533 metal conditioner, aluminum conditioner. There's some Hawks for you. Those are red Hawks. Straight up there hovering. Got like 3 or 4 of them working. It's hard to catch birds on video. All right, guys, so I'm gonna cut this one short. You guys have a great day. It's a beautiful day here. John Kerry day for sure. All this information was got off the PPG website online. Go check it out. And if you're gonna own aluminum or raw steel, it's a good website to start at. So PPG, type in the DX and all their product line will come up. It's all their metal preps.